Hi, welcome to Intro to Philosophy. I'm Dr. Duane Armitage. This video will serve as just a basic intro to the class. I sent around the syllabus. I'm going to run through the syllabus now, tell you how the course functions. So pull up the syllabus so you can read along with me. Just the briefest overview of the class. It's 4 weeks, right? 3 exams, that includes the final. The exams are open book, open notes, and you can go in and out of the exam. You'll have about 3 to 5 days to complete the exam, and I will have reviews up for the exam. Other than the exam, you have 1 to 2 discussion posts per week. They need to be substantial enough, about 250 words, and just complete the assigned readings. Now, there are no assigned texts in the class. I'll link you every reading we go through. One of the good things about philosophy is it's pretty old and all the books are in the public domain. So I found little excerpts here and there for you so you don't have to buy a text for the book. So, all right, I'll go through the syllabus very quickly. I'll try not to go on and on. I did this for another class recently and it was like about 10 minutes. I don't want to go that long. I just want to get to the nuts and bolts. So pull up the syllabus. Okay, Phil 120, Intro to Philosophy. I'm Dr. Armitage. My office is LSC 402F. I imagine all of you are remote this semester, and if you want to meet for office hours, you'll probably want to do it that remotely as well. But I will be in my office if you want to meet, sure. But office hours are Monday through Thursday, 10 to 1, or by appointment. Now, what does that mean since we're online? I will have my phone right near me and be ready to meet with you if you like. If you send me an email, just tell me who you are, what course you're in, and that you'd like to meet and talk about some of the subject matter, and I'm happy to meet you via phone call or Zoom or whatever. Okay, so there's my phone number. Please, if you send me a message on the phone, just tell me who you are, what class you're in. Be very specific because I can't keep track of it because there's so many people and it's harder to get to know you all when I'm not in person with you. Okay, and there's my email, duanearmitage@scranton.edu. Once again, all the texts are available for free online. They'll be under contents on D2L. I'll also try to email them, and they'll be in the link on D2L on the main page. So check that main page periodically during the week, and especially every Sunday night, Monday morning for the instructions for the week, okay? So we'll skip the description and objective for the course. That's just explaining what the course is about and what philosophy is about. By the way, just to say, I always hear on the first day of a philosophy class, philosophy is about opinions. What do we say? Philosophy is not about opinions or perspectives. And I always say this is the sort of canned answer. Don't think of the class like this. Think of it like it's about why you hold the opinions you hold, and most importantly, what follows from the opinions you hold. So, for example, if you think God exists, okay, or if you think God doesn't exist, what follows if God doesn't exist? What follows if God does exist? So, would there be morality? Would there be meaning to life? Things like this. So, philosophy is not about opinions and just throwing opinions around. It's about logically seeing what follows from those opinions. Okay. I'm getting ahead of myself, though. Go to class procedure, course procedure. So each week I'll post links to lecture videos available on my YouTube. My YouTube is Duane Armitage. Like and subscribe. These videos are meant to supplement the assigned readings, and the exams will draw from these lectures, okay? Your requirements are to watch the lectures, read the texts along with it, post in the discussion forum, 1 to 2 per week, so 4 total, not bad, but again, substantial. And then at the end of the week, take an exam, and there'll be 3 exams. That includes the final. I'll also be linking, again, videos and articles on the topic to help with your understanding. Please check your email. You're in an online class. Please check your email, and please check D2L periodically, especially once a week, beginning of the week, Sunday, Monday. The exam questions come from the videos and lectures, the links, and the assigned readings. You're encouraged, please feel free to email me with any questions you have, and post these questions in the discussion forum. But I'm available all summer, and I'm looking forward to hearing from you. So please, any question you have, please email me. And again, you can request a phone call or Zoom meeting with me anytime. If you cold call me, my phone is set up so it'll go right to voicemail. So tell me that you're going to call before you call, okay? So again, requirements and policies, 3 exams, each 25% of your grade. The discussion posts are 25% of your grade. That's just satisfactory, unsatisfactory. If I feel like you're phoning it in for the discussion posts and, not putting your best effort in, And please, for the love of God, we'll talk about this in a second, don't use ChatGPT. Everybody knows it now, what it looks like. I can spot it. You can spot it. Please don't use ChatGPT. I'll have a policy on that in a second. But if I feel you didn't put enough effort into it, I will email you and ask you to rewrite the post. Exams, again, once a week. You'll have the weekend, Friday to Sunday, to complete them. Sometimes I give a little bit more time, especially since this is 4 weeks, not 3 weeks. Very important. There are no excused misses for assignments, readings, and discussion posts. Since the course is online, you can access this wherever you go. So please don't contact me for extensions or the possibility of late submissions. I know that seems kind of tough, but the nature of the class, that the exams are online, open book, open notes, I think makes the class pretty doable and pretty easily amenable with difficult summer work schedules, etc. Okay, so, and then finally, the class has a large discussion element to it. Therefore, respectful attitudes must be maintained not only toward me, the professor, but toward fellow students. So please don't cyberbully one another in the discussion forum. Okay, maybe the most important thing. I haven't really had a problem with this online, but it's worth going over. Important information, please read. I'm going to read this to you because it was just carefully crafted, and I'm very pleased with it. So just understand what you're getting into when you take this class. This course will deal with deeply meaningful, controversial, and thus mature adult matters, for example, God, nihilism, the purpose of your existence, love and sexuality, race, sex, gender, socialism, right and left-wing political ideologies, identity politics, etc. In order to be able to think, you have to risk at least some level of offense. Not intentional, but think of the Greek word, I'm just paraphrasing here what's written. The Greek word logos means both to think and to speak. So we have to be able to freely speak in order to freely think. And this is a philosophy class, so we need to have an open mind. It's highly likely not everything you read in here you're going to agree with. You probably disagree with a lot. Probably disagree with some things I say. Probably disagree with other things in the discussion post. If you're not comfortable, I have it here. If you cannot tolerate having to deal with disagreements, having your worldview thoughtfully challenged, or simply listening to differing opinions, please unenroll from the course. This is a lost art of being able to dialogue with and speak to, God forbid, people you disagree with. It's a lost art. But for example, first thinker we're going to talk about, Nietzsche. I don't agree with anything Nietzsche says, but I read him the most. I think it's a good thing to come into contact with opinions you disagree with. Most of the time, the opinions you disagree with aren't the opinions you think you're disagreeing with, because if you talk to somebody who actually holds those opinions, they're a little different. Now with Nietzsche, that's not quite the case. It's often the case that to better understand your own positions and convictions, we need to understand the positions and convictions we most passionately disagree with, okay? And again, no, I'm not advocating for any one position in the class. I'm convinced of certain things, and I'm open to you convincing me otherwise. You ever see that guy on TV? I can't remember his name. Not on TV, he's on the internet. He holds a sign there that says, "Change my mind. I think this, change my mind." Consider me like that in the class, and I hope you as well, that, be open to these ideas and try to think along with the thinkers, and I think you'll be surprised. Okay, so the ChatGPT policy. I'll just read this. Well, I'll summarize it. Given the advent of ChatGPT and AI, it's very easy to recognize when people are doing this. Please don't do this. If I suspect that you've done it, I'm not going to grade your exam. Instead, you'll see that I'll say the exams are graded, your exam won't be graded. I'll ask you, the onus is on you to contact me and say what's going on. Then I will have a phone call or a Zoom meeting, and I'll ask you about what you wrote. And it's possible I could falsely accuse you, but you have to understand, false accusations of plagiarism, of course, are on the rise, but so are increased incidences of plagiarism. So I have no doubt that many of you, or many people have used ChatGPT. It's very easy to use. There's no need to use it here. Just watch the videos, put them on double speed, and write something authentic, and it'll be good. It'll be good. So please don't try to do this. It'll be very awkward if we have to talk about it. All right. So again, evaluation. And I encourage you to go over this syllabus too. I'm going pretty quickly because I'm going to save time here. 3 exams. We already talked about that. Exams will test on reading regardless of whether it's covered explicitly in the video. For the most part, everything that I'm looking for is in the videos, but read along because I mentioned what's in there as well, the concepts, that is. So reading assignments, given the class is online, You'll be expected to do a considerable amount of reading in a short time. Not as much as you would think. The philosophy readings are shorter, but I want you to sit with them. It takes a lot of effort to read philosophy. So this isn't going to be pages and pages of stuff, but it'll be, I don't know, maybe 3 pages of Nietzsche, but really difficult stuff that you have to read. And if you don't understand it, read it again. If you don't get it then, read it again. So Nietzsche, the first philosopher we're going to study, says, I strive to say in one sentence what others fail to say in an entire book. Okay, so he's packing a lot in there. Discussion posts, we've already sort of talked about that. 1 to 2 times per week. Please don't fight with anybody. And you can write either responses to other posts or reflections on your own, or genuine questions you can put up there. Hopefully other people will ask. And please, again, email me with any questions. Grading scale. Now, the grading scale looks a little tight, and I usually don't enforce this, but I reserve the right to, and it reflects the online and thus open book nature of the course. It's online, open book. You can review over and over again. There's really no reason you should do poorly on this test or in this class. It's I think a very easy class workload-wise, difficult conceptually, but if you try, you'll do well. Okay. Zero tolerance for plagiarism policies. Is right there. We'll skip down to office hours policy. We already talked about that. I'm available all the time, so please make use of that if you want. If you don't, that's fine. But Monday through Thursday, 10 to 1, I'm going to be looking. Okay. And there's the learning outcomes. There's the schedule. So all right, I'll pause here and I'll start another video.